The preparation in Normandy was just like any other day of training we had. We knew what we had to do and what our job was, and we put it all together.
In one day in the world's history that has rarely been equaled, these are the first ships to take off in the airborne invasion of Fortress Europe.
Took off the proper time that they were allowed to take off, and Stowe was told to take off, and no accidents whatsoever on the takeoff going in. And the number of airplanes we had in the air was just a dramatic scene to see all those airplanes. I saw a lot of them from where I was, but there were many of them that I wasn't able to see. But there again, just flying in, realizing where we were going and what the problems might be of our getting shot down, or it's meant to be the last day we're flying an airplane, or I really didn't give any consideration to that. I just had a job to do, and there wasn't any fear put in it at all. My responsibilities in the airplane, I served as the engineer, which took care of the airplane 100%. All the maintenance required on the engines, as well as the landing gears and so forth. And you had to make sure it was ready to go when they said called the mission. With paratroopers, we load the paratroopers on the airplanes. We have 16 usually in what we call a group, and we'd hook up their lines on the parachute lines to the static lines. And they had seats that they sat down on both sides of the plane. We'd take off and go to our destination. When we got there, everybody would be given orders to stand up at a certain time, make sure their shroud lines are hooked to the cable, and we'd get a green light when we got in the drop zone. And I was usually at the back door when they're going out, and make sure they cleared the door. They only made one. The chutes were automatically opened in their packs, and I don't know of any accidents we had in that area. But in training, we had a lot of people got injured, legs and different parts of the body, maybe when they hit the ground. They were trained to land certain ways, and not always at a low altitude you get the chance to. If you don't get to swing a couple times on the parachute before you hit the ground. But it was quite an experience, knowing these boys could possibly get hit before they got on the ground by ground fire. When the guys got up to go out, they knew that they were going to go, and there wasn't any hoopla or anything like this. And for them to leave, out they went. And they knew they had a job to do when they got on the ground, and to get back with their groups. And it was quite an experience, knowing these boys could possibly get hit before they got on the ground by ground fire. Yeah, I stood right at the door as they come up past me going out. There wasn't any words spoken as far as see you later or anything like that. I mean, they had a job to do and they were going to go do it. We were able to get out of there without too much trouble. But we were prepared for it if we had to. I often wondered myself, if I had to join the parachute club, which I never wanted to, but if I had to go out that door, I'd have been out. I'd have been the number one if I had to go. But there's always a danger when you get in the air, especially with ground fire. And this is where we lost a lot of troops that way. It wasn't much time for praying. I mean, everything was set ready to go, and you just, in your own mind, you hope they didn't get killed before they hit the ground. And I never talked to any paratroopers after the war. They were able to fly and get about 800 hours in the air, serving as a crew chief, and taking full responsibility of the aircraft. Serving in the service, in regards to what branch it's in, is a proud way to serve your country and to honor America, which is no other better place you can live in than America.
New Mexico Valor, a portrait project honoring New Mexicans who have served in our military.